So Shaquille O'Neal says that his three-peat Lakers team could have beaten the Bulls team in the 90s. And I'm a big Shaq fan. I'm probably one of the few people on the planet who thinks and feels that Shaquille O'Neal was as great or better than Michael Jordan. And I watched them both in their peak and their prime. The reason why I say with Shaq, I've never seen a big as dominant as him take over the league. They changed the rules for him. Did Michael Jordan have the rules changed for him? Nope. The only thing they ever changed when Michael Jordan was concerned is how you defended him. Now, Michael Jordan and him athletically. And I think Jordan was more dedicated to the intricacies. I think it was coaching. I don't think it was necessarily diet. Because Shaq still got 4 rings and went to 6 finals. So what would a diet really do if a guy was dominant? If you think about it, and he went to conference championship final quite a bit. So it's not like, he got robbed out of 2 or 3 MVPs. He probably left some points on the board, and he probably left another chip on the board. However, he got a lot out of his tank. And his window was as great as anybody. So that's why I would take him over Jordan personally. I don't care what nobody says. I've not seen anyone, because Wilt Chamberlain was before my time, but I will say this about Wilt Chamberlain. If people part their lips to hold Babe Ruth in high regards, then Wilt Chamberlain should be held in the same regard. Because he of epic proportions. I did see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's another one who ought to take over Michael Jordan. Because he had the greatest all around from high school, college, and pros. And the unmost stoppable shot ever. But the Shaq factor is this. There hasn't been another player like him since. And no one before post-Chamberlain when you think about it. With the size, dominance, etc. The Jordan factor, I've seen it on Kobe. I've seen it with Dwayne Wade. I've seen some guys that have reminded me in spurts. But I've not seen another Shaquille O'Neal. We're 20 years later, and we still ain't seen another one like him. And with the rules and the flopping. Remember, in his peak and prime, we're talking 30 plus. And then in the finals, putting up crazy 30 plus numbers and the rebounds. And so take the flopping and the acting away and all the hacking. Shaq could have been a 40, 50 point guy. And I think him and Jordan about cancel each other out. Now, Kobe wasn't as where he was, but how he would have gone against Scottie Pippen would have been interesting. And I know people are going to mention the Dennis Rodman aspect. Well, it depends on what the Lakers have. Do they have Glenn Rice? What does Rick Fox do? What is the perimeter play? What does it look like? But when Shaq was beasting, it offset so much. And they did have a 15-1 record. And you think about it, that 15-1 Laker run was matched when you think about the Sixers of the 4-4-4 era with Moses Malone and Dr. J and them. So think about that. That don't happen that often. So it's kind of hard to say who would do what based on eras. Because that Sixers team in 83 is one of the best one-year teams I've ever seen. You never know. Do I think... So having said what I said about... They'd have a chance. It'd be a highly compared... Because Michael Jordan never went against a dominant center in his peak and prime. And Shaquille O'Neal, when he went to the finals, lost to Rockets, and he beat Jordan in the year and whatnot, was not the same Shaquille O'Neal 5 or 6 years later that won with the Lakers. He was not the same dude. Mentally, his game had gone to another level. He was more of a freestyler in Orlando, and he was a precursor to the Greek Freak, minus shooting all the outside shots. But he was athletic. But he was a different player in LA. So it could be compelling. And Shaq's underrated for his knowledge of the game. I always hear about how people talk about LeBron James smartest and all that. I said Shaquille O'Neal was a smart dude. His free throws were his only kryptonite. No one stopped him. Aside from the refs and that flopping and that acting. But no one stopped him. Shoot, that guy, when you can do a double-double and command triple teams on you, he's the last one to three-peat. Something that LeBron, Tim Duncan, and I do hold Duncan as the next most important player to Shaq in that particular era. But LeBron, Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, without Shaq, Steph Curry, Durant. I can name names. Ain't nobody three-peated except Shaquille O'Neal. Now, you've seen Curry and LeBron run of going to the finals. But they ain't three-peated. It ain't that easy. Think about it. Shaq's the last one to hold that on his resume. He does not get his due. And And if anybody could speak about it and you would take strong consideration, it'd be Shaquille O'Neal. So I wouldn't know. You know. Now I think I liked him more than Jordan personally. You know, Jordan is high regards, and I won't take that away. I think the Bulls had a little bit more depth, but it depends on how Phil Jackson's coaching, depends on the squad. I will say this though, mentally, not too many people seeing Michael Jordan mentally. But I think from a physical standpoint, Shaq in his peak and prime, oh yeah, he could give him the business. And they would almost cancel each other out. Then it would be the Jordan Pip and Rodman against his Horace Grant. How Rick Fox is on the perimeter, what the Lakers got with what they got with deficient onward. That would be compelling. But anyway, it makes an interesting talk. And I know some people want to downplay it, but who stopped Shaquille O'Neal? Well, we know no one really was messing with Michael Jordan, but who stopped Shaquille O'Neal? And there hasn't been another one in 20 years. At least I could see with Kobe and Dwayne Wade, the offshoots of the Jordan aspect. I ain't seen nothing. What anybody remind me of Shaquille O'Neal. But give me your thoughts on text. What do you think about Shaq saying that his Lakers would have beaten those Jordan Bulls? Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and do your own historical research. Mouthpiece.